I know people normally think I'm not shy, but I kid you not. When I put on the spot, I'm very, very shy. You won't believe it, but it's the truth. I want to say thank you to every single one that made it here. Believe you me, I do not take this for granted at all. I want to first of all appreciate the presence of Apostle Carter. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please celebrate him. We go a very, very long way. He's one of my pastors who I trust his prophetic ministry. You know, he's one of those that when they call you that this is what the Lord is saying, you take it serious. And thank you. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your love and your support. Another man of God who was here that he's the only one that calls me Kujo. And I've known him for almost 22 years. We lived in London together until he left us and I left them. And Pastor Felix has been a covenant brother, covenant brother, covenant brother, covenant brother. And thank you. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your love, your support, and everything. I love you. I love you very much. I love you dearly. I also want to appreciate the presence of my mother is not here, my dad is not here, so they are representing them. In fact, mom is still texting me now. Are they in? You know, and she happens to be my mother's pastor and my pastor as well. Every twice or three times every week, herself and my mom, they go on the altar fasting and praying just for me. And you discover that the people here are people who I call family. They're family and they're friends. These ones are family. And please help me to appreciate Pastor Selena. Please help me to appreciate her. And her incredible husband, a fine gentleman, Reverend Dr. Francis Badu. I love him. I also have my brother here, Benji. Where are you? Wave your hands. Let's celebrate you. He always likes sitting at the back and watching everything. And the entire team. Now you can see on my right, I know that Fifi has already introduced everybody, but I'll talk about everybody well as time goes on. And I want to thank all the bloggers. You guys are super incredible. Because of you, like George said, I always read about latest stuff that's happening in Ghana. You guys are incredible, and I appreciate all of you. So in 2019, the Lord laid on my heart, since I had been going to Nigeria to experience the experience, and it's always done by Pastor Paul Adefarsin. You'd see over 1 million people gather, and over 50 international artists coming together on one platform, performing, and the visuals, the sound. In fact, 6 months before then, people bid for the sound, for the light, and they fly them from England to come and bid. And every time I experience the experience, I always wish to bring the experience here to Ghana. And so in 2019, I decided to start in America. And by the grace of God, we were able to put together one of the finest concerts ever. It's a record that we set at the DAR Constitution. I think Fifi was there. Over 7,000 people, still in the rain. But this time, it was indoors. It still rained on that day. But let me tell you a little testimony about that. So we knew the numbers were about 7,000. And we didn't know how we were going to sell the tickets. We decided to sell them for $100 each. So on that very day of the concert, I think we had almost sold just half. And so I was very worried, and to really make matters worse, it started raining. So, I thought it was going to be over, but guess what happened? That area is for tourism. Okay, so when it started raining, the people there didn't have anywhere to go. So they started buying tickets. That's how I filled the auditorium. The rain still helped me. That's how the whole place was packed. And to the glory of God, we had 2019. We had Joe Praise, Phil Thompson, Eben, Joe Mental, Ty Tribbett, J.J. Hurston, Tim Godfrey, Phil Thompson, Tom Delaney, Jonathan Nelson, and Priya Odede. It was incredible. Africa met America on that night. The budget was crazy, but God met it. It was crazy, but we did it. Then COVID hit. Everybody went home, and it was as if nothing happened. And the moment COVID was done, beginning of this year, God laid on my heart to put together the safari experience in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Buckhead Theater. And we had D. Jones, Tim Godfrey, Annie Badu, my wife, J.J. Hurston, Micah Stampley, Joe Mantel, Vashon, Chevelle Franklin, and it was one of the biggest concerts ever to hit Atlanta, Georgia this year. And so with this tester, I thought, let me go back home this year. And I had to search for the best team to put together. And upon my research, I was pointed out to Image Bureau that they can handle the job. And we also had Arnold, he's at the back somewhere. And together we put together a team that we believe they're going to get the job done. Working with me is not easy. But it's going to be worth it. And I want to say thank you to the entire team. My very good friend, Ichu, is right at the back. I love you, brother. I love you. Thank you for making it here. So we had to think about how we were going to put this together. And together we came up with the Rythms of Africa. And this name has come to stay. By the grace of God, we'll move it to Nigeria, we'll move it to South Africa, and the train will keep going until you tell us to stop. Now, this year, I had to pray about those who are going to join me on the stage. And of course, I have so many Americans who want to come and experience Ghana with me, but I discovered that there was this one person who has never been to Ghana, and it's J.J. Hurston. He's never been to Ghana, and he was first on my list. I called him and he said, brother, anywhere you go, I'm coming with you. And so J.J. Hurston is on the list. The second on the list is my very own brother, Vashon Mitchell. I mean, God has given me special favor with these men. And anytime I call on them, it's not how much are you paying me, it's what are you giving me. And whatever I give, they say thank you. That's how close we are. We have that respect for each other. And my brother Vashon is going to be on the bill. We also had to look down here and look for the best of the best. And oh, by the way, my wife is coming as well. She's coming as well. She's going to be on the bill. And with thorough research, we chose a fine lineup that it's going to be an incredible night, I promise you. And the first on the list was MOG. MOG songs are all over the world, especially in the United States. I mean, he came on a tour recently and I couldn't even find him because he was busy touring. But he made sure he came to visit us church. And thank you for coming. Please come again. But MOG was on my bucket list. I said, I need him. And when I called him, he said, I'm canceling everything just to be at this concert. And thank you. Thank you. Second on my list, I always invite him to America if I have any major concert or wherever. In fact, 10 years ago, he was also on my list with Dr. Ron Canoli. I'm a big fan of this gentleman. He's taken the flag of Ghana to another level, and it's none other than Joe Mental. Joe Mental is on there. We were looking for a female who is doing excellent and incredible in this season, and the only name that kept on popping up was PSA Esther, and I was pleased with it. I'm a big fan of her, and please help me to celebrate this day. Then we had to fly to Nigeria to see who we can get on board. So from Nigeria we have Adina Crowley. Oh, still in Ghana, sorry. So I recently discovered that we had spoken on Instagram some years back, and I've followed him keenly, and I just love how he sings in Ghana, and I'm a big fan of this man. He's just the next big thing. He won some awards at the VGMA. I always watch it. And so I said, listen, whatever you're doing, leave that date available. Please help me to appreciate Perez music. Still in Ghana, one of Ghana's finest. I mean, you think he's out and then he comes out with something that shakes the world. The song has hit almost 5 million now, and there's no way I could put a concert together without not having this brother of mine on the bill. Please help me to celebrate Nasi. It's going to be a good night, very good night. We also have Neon Adeju, an incredible young man I mentor very well, and the whole night it's going to be an entire production, and that's why I got Image Bureau involved, because how you will expect the night to flow is not going to be how it's going to be. There's going to be a lot of surprises and all of that, right? So Neon, he wrote an incredible young man. He's on the bill. We also have Priya Odede on the bill again. Who else? I think I've done everything. So ladies and gentlemen, for the first time unveiling the official promo for this concert. I have not seen it, so if there's any mistake, please forgive me. I will deal with my team behind the scenes. Please have a look at this.
As they get it ready, it is not the final promo. It is a promo for this purpose, just so you have a fair understanding. So it's a bit longer than a normal